of this program, viewer discretion is advised.
You know what? I'm sitting here trying to think of how to talk about this without completely steamrolling someone, and I can't even do the fucking intro. I can't even do the skull and the good morning and all that shit. You know what, guys? Here's the deal. Here's the deal. There's some fucked up shit that goes on around here. There's some screwed up, effed up shit that goes on in our circle. And I thought I'd seen it all. I really had. I thought I'd seen it all. I thought I'd seen it all. I thought I'd heard it all. I mean, I was so freaking hot last night. I was so freaking pissed. I was up till I was up till past 1. I was up till almost 2 last night. I was so pissed. I couldn't sleep. I was livid. I was so freaking hot. If you want to know how I feel about something, you can come here. Doesn't matter what happens. You can always come here and you can find out exactly how I feel about something. Don't let someone else be like, oh, Loki, blah, 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 blah. Or Loki, blah, 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 blah. Or Loki, nah, 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 nah. You want to know how I feel about something? Open the door, listen to Valhalla, and you will know exactly how I feel about it. Because I've never bullshitted, I've never exaggerated, I've never pulled the wool over anybody's eyes. You can always come here and you can find out exactly how I felt about something. The unmitigated fucking gall of someone saying, oh, you didn't know this person. This is how they really were. Dishonors their memory. Dishonors who they were, what they did. And drags them through the mud to the point where you have completely tried to screw up who that person was. You don't have the fucking right to talk about someone who isn't fucking here anymore. I don't care who you are. When you besmirch their name, all in the effort of I knew them better than you did, you have dishonored their memory. You have dishonored yourself. And they deserve to still be here, and you fucking don't. Nobody has the right to speak for you if they cannot speak for themselves. And I'll tell you this. I will tell you this. And it is this simple. If anything happens to me, if I'm not here, there are two people, only two, from my mouth to your ears that have the right to say anything in my name. And that is my wife, and that is my brother Mike. Mexican Iron Man. That's it. Period. No one else has the right to speak for me when I am gone. They sure as shit do not get to say, Loki hated doing this with you. Loki hated this. Loki never liked this. Nobody gets to do that. Nobody gets to freaking do that. You are so wrapped up in the, I want to win this thing, that you have dragged this person's name through the mud and dishonored their memory. Thank you so very fucking much. Thank you so very much for thinking that I'm gonna be this like intellectual smart bitch and speak for someone who can't speak for themselves. The sheer fucking hubris. And the shit's not even true. This is beyond YouTube sickness. This is YouTube madness. This is psycho level bullshit. And you ask yourself, who does that? Who does that? Well, we found out, didn't we? We freaking found out, didn't we? You know what, lady? There are people that have real problems. There are people that have real problems that they're dealing with every single day. Instead of manufacturing bullshit to win something that was never yours in the first place. This lady right here dealt with more shit yesterday than you ever will. This one right here. She lost something that was very dear to her. And she didn't go on the internet and declared how no one knew, and declared how the cat hated everybody, and declared that blah, 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 blah. She was in mourning because she lost something special to her. That's what people do. They don't try and take over bullshit and decide what I say is what's going to happen and blah, 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 because I'm super fucking special. And I'm going to act like I can speak for someone that isn't around anymore. I'm this close to saying fuck it. I'm this freaking close just to saying fuck it, because this isn't worth it. Being around people like that, this isn't worth it. And then I think about Arwen and how wonderful Arwen is. I think about how wonderful Eris is. I think about how wonderful so many of you are. And honestly, if it wasn't for that, I'd have just been gone. I am so freaking. I'm just. I cannot believe someone. It's like fighting over the body of a dead man. How do you do that? How do you do that? You don't get to make that decision. His family decides what to do. His family inherited what he has, not you. Nothing was given to you. It was left to his family, not you. It's not your choice. It's not your call. You can sit there and you can run your mouth and you can say that it's your decision, that you decide what happens, but you don't. That's just your little way of going, I'm absolutely fucked in my YouTube psycho head and I get to choose. No, you don't. And no, I won't let the bitch have it. Oh, well, Loki, some people grieve in different ways. Just let her blah, 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 blah. No. No, it's not your decision. Whatever happens moving forward, it is his family's decision, not yours. It's his family stuff, not yours. He did not go out and write a will and say, I leave everything to blah, blah, blah. No, he did not. That means that everything belongs to his family. No one speaks for me when I am gone besides two people. Period. They get everything. Mike's in on the decision because I don't know what mind state Eris would be in if something happens. I just don't. So Mike is part of that decision. I expect him to go, well, let's just wait a little bit and we have time and there's no rush and we'll figure it out eventually. That's what I want. And they both know that. And now you all know that. So there is no question. There is no guessing. There is no wondering. It's totally fucked that I've got to say that. That I've got to call my best friend with my wife on the phone and say, this is what I want. And I'm going to get it in writing. And I want you to know that. That way you are prepared when something happens. You're like, I don't know what Loki wanted. Well, now you know. This is what I want. It is completely screwed up that I have to do that because of the space we live in. Because of the air we share with other people who want to decide this is what we're going to do with this when they have no ownership over anything. When they have no right to say, I speak for this person that is gone and deceased. You want to know why I'm hot? That's why I'm hot. I don't rant. How often have you heard me just pissed off and ranting in the last year. Why? Because I got to take care of this. Because I don't want to have a fucking heart attack on the show and go down and not come back up. That's why. I'm on blood pressure medication. I'm on heart medication. I'm on diabetes medication. I'm on a handful of bullshit. So I try and take a deep breath and maintain my cool. Maintain your cool, brother. Maintain your cool. Don't let it get to you. You know what? It's just Star Trek or to a twat or some dumbass talking shit or some idiot fighting another idiot for control of the indie comic industry. Just chill. It'll be okay. And then yesterday I find out about this. You don't get to speak for him. You are not his family. You were not his wife. His kids speak for him. His kids get everything because that is their due. That is what they are left with. Their memories and what he had. It's not your decision to decide what to do with something that isn't yours. He didn't leave you shit. Quit acting like you own anything. Quit telling people that you own something, that it's yours and that it's your decision. Because it's not. That decision belongs to his kids. Not you. You're goddamn right I'm hot. How dare you take that away from them? How dare you put all this bullshit on his kids? When they are still grieving, for fuck's sake! This crazy bitch thinks that she's the only one in this. We are all hurting. That is what happens when someone leaves us. That is what happens when we lose somebody. We grieve. We are all grieving. We are all hurt. And you think coming out and making a statement of he didn't like you and he didn't like this and blah, 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 and yada, 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 and I own this. You don't own shit. And you certainly don't have a right to speak for anybody that isn't here to speak for themselves anymore. How dare you attack other people in his name? How dare you put this on his kids in his name? I am not a how dare you son of a bitch. I make fun of it all the time. But this is a whole nother level of bullshit. This is a whole nother level of drama, YouTube bullshit, and madness and sickness and psycho bullshit. I will not have people speak for me in my name when I'm gone. Plain, simple, that's how I feel about it. He didn't want that either. He didn't want that either. Sometimes I wonder why people come in this sphere come in this thing that we do and have to act like total fucking twats. Absolute insanity and ego bullshit. And you know what? I thought I'd seen it all. I really did. When all the bullshit with the comic guys started and going after each other and acting like they're going to take each other out and all this stupid bullshit and calling the cops and all the drama, I was like, well, I've seen everything now. Not until yesterday. Not until yesterday. Picking at the remains of a dead man, picking at it like a fucking vulture because you didn't get what you wanted. Making statements in someone else's name because you didn't get what you wanted. Acting like you're above blah, 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 and yada, yada because you didn't get what you wanted. Oh, I've decided this is going to happen. Guess what? You don't get to decide shit because it's not yours to decide. It's not yours to figure out. You can make all the little statements and all the little bullshit and all the little blah, blah, blah you want to. It's not yours to decide. It's his kids. It's theirs to decide. It's their choice on what to do, not yours. The optics of all of this, vulture, dead guy, picking at. You don't get to speak for someone who's not here anymore. You're not a speaker for the dead. I got a buddy named Speaker for the Dead. I've got a buddy named Brian who speaks for the dead and does it eloquently, with care and love. And brother, if you're out there listening to this, I love you, brother. You don't get to do that. Why? Because yesterday, you dragged a dead guy's memory through the mud and made him look like a complete piece of shit. For your own self-gratification, your own need to be right, and your own desire to control a situation that is not yours to control. Everything belongs to his kids, not you. Loki, why don't you just tell us? Why don't you just tell us who this is? Because I don't want to further ruin the reputation of someone that isn't with us anymore. For allowing that psycho fucking bitch to be around him and around us. That's why. Because I don't speak for people that aren't here anymore. I don't know why. I don't know why he had you around. But I sure know that bullshit little letter that was written yesterday isn't how he felt. You can hate me for it. I don't care. Somebody needed to say it. Somebody needed to speak up. Somebody needed to open their mouths about it. And I'm tired. I'm tired of the YouTube drama. I'm tired of the bullshit. I'm tired of the craziness. I'm tired of people at each other's throats. I'm just sick. You know what? I had a real good time yesterday with the guys over at that gaming place. Culture and Jonas and those boys, we got together. We did a 2-hour show. We had fun. We talked about video games. We're putting stuff together, and then I hear about all this shit. And it's like for every good thing, for every solid thing that happens around here, it's like something 10 times worse has to happen. Man, it was a blast. It was a blast. And they know what's up. When Jonas called me and was like, "Hey, we're doing this. Do you want to be a part of this?" I was like, "Well, yeah, stupid balloon. Yeah, of course I do. Of course I do." He was like, "We're like a G channel." And I said, "Dude, I know. I will watch my mouth. I will do my best to watch my mouth. So sometimes there's going to be stuff that slips out, but I will endeavor to watch my mouth." Why would I do that? Why would I do that? Because I like working with those guys so much, and all of them were great. There were guys I'd never met before that I did the show with. All of them were great. And I get off there and I'm flying high, and I'm like, man, that was so cool. And then this stupid shit. And I don't blame anyone for bringing this to my attention. I appreciate it. Thank you for bringing it to my attention, because someone needs to fucking say something. Someone needs to say something. This is a psycho that thinks that they are in control of this entire situation because they can't handle it. They can't handle it. So what do some people do? When they can't handle something, they've got to grip it even tighter until everything starts slipping through their fingers. And your sanity is now slipping through your fingers. You have besmirched that man's memory. And I'm sick that anybody would do that to make themselves feel better. Snowdub, brother, thank you. $2 super chat says skull and tuck and roll. Snowdub, $5 super chat. I know how this feels. My sister left in the middle of the night and left my grandmother with a horrible cousin. Grandma was put in home and died. Arwen lost a beautiful kitty yesterday. And I was like, oh my God, sweetheart, I wish I could give you a hug. I wish I could give you a hug and tell you that it's going to be okay. Things are going to be okay. And in the middle of all of that, an absolute psycho is talking about a dead guy, thinking that that's all right. Tuck and roll, brother. Skull and tuck and roll. And that right there. Why are you so hot? Because he can't speak for himself. He can't say, you know what? I'm absolutely shocked and embarrassed by this. I can't believe you did this. Which he has said before. I bet you that's the hardest thing to hear. This person is never going to watch this. I could totally just call it out. Say it. Oh yeah, disappointed. But I'm not going to speak for the dead. I'm not going to say, oh, when this happened, ooh, he was pissed. Ooh. Nobody outside of a family has the right to speak for a deceased individual. Exactly. But we live in YouTube La La Land, where it's better to make blanket statements about how a person felt, how they felt about this, what they thought about that, how they only had eyes for her. Ugh. I cannot believe that this is where it's at. This is what's happened. You have no right to speak for him. Just like I wouldn't have any right to speak for him. Unless it's, oh my God, this person loved you. which I've told people over and over again. Oh my God, he loved you so much. He loved coming on. He loved doing this. He loved doing that. Guys, come together. Let's all come together. Not, oh, he hated you. What? Oh yeah, he hated you. He despised you. Dig out while you have my voice and my madness right beside you on the wall, brother. I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to tell you something that I've kept to myself for a long time. Adega handed me access to his YouTube and said, dude, one day you're going to get a call. I'm going to be gone. If anything happens, whatever my wife wants to do it. And you're goddamn right. That's exactly what I'm going to do. You're damn right. That's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm not going to go, oh, Adega wouldn't want that. Click. I got to hang up. I'm not going to say, oh, it's mine now. No. I'm going to do exactly what his wife wants. If it's his kids, I'll do exactly what his kids want. Whatever they want, because that's his family. It's their call. It's their decision. It's not yours, no matter how bad you want it to be. It's not yours. When someone entrusting enough to vent about another person, that is a trust. It's not something to be used later when that person is not here to speak and explain. Thank you. Thank you, Pat. Thank you, Pat. Why would anybody ever say something like that? People are grieving. I can't believe this. Yes. Yes. People are grieving. People are hurt. And all this does is drench that up again and twist out your insides and hurt. That's what it does. It hurts. It hurts. How dare you tell anyone that Clobby didn't like you, Clobby didn't do this, Clobby didn't do that, blah, 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 blah. You don't have the right to speak for someone that is not here to explain what they were talking about. Keep your mouth shut. You were not in charge of anything. You were not led to anything. Oh, but Clobby told me. Clobby isn't here to say anything. Everything went to his children. Plain, simple, end of argument. Not you. Not me. Not Pat. Not anybody else. It went to his kids. So shut the fuck up. It's not yours to do with as you please. It's not yours to run your ads. It's his. Belongs to his kids. That's it. End of discussion. The fact that I have to say that I'm gone. What do you do? What do you do? I thought nobody could be this. Nobody could be like this. And then I saw it in writing. And I was like, no. and behind a paywall. How dare you make people pay to see Clobby's words in your words? These were Clobby's wishes. No, all of Clobby's stuff went to his kids. All his wishes went to them. All of his dreams, all of his future stuff, all of that went to his kids, not you. You don't get to speak for him. You don't get to say shit. I don't get to speak for him. Besides telling people, oh my God, he loved you. He loved coming on. He loved doing this. He loved doing this with you. Because that's what I got. I didn't get, oh, he hated doing this. Oh, he hated blah, blah, blah. Oh, he hated this person. I got, oh man, I just came over from blah, 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 and it was so great, and yada, 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 and I had a great time. Oh, I love doing this with this person, and blah, 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 blah. That's what, and you know what? Even if he did say, I absolutely hated this, you don't fucking tell people that. They're grieving. Oh, he didn't like you. Oh, he didn't like being here and doing this with you. Who does that? Who does that? You're not the only one grieving. Nobody will desecrate anyone's memory. You have my axe. Brother, you have all of us in Valhalla in your corner. This is yours. Valhalla is yours. Whether it's Six, whether it's Project Cambrian, whether it's Chris Persia, Mark the Infinitely Tired Mexican Iron Man, Snorted Poops Cube, or Arwen Avalon, Valhalla is yours. Do you know why? Because it's not a channel. It's an idea. Of fighting side by side with the people next to you, not against them. About standing up and saying, we're not going to take this bullshit. We're going to say something about it. We are stronger together than we are apart. Valhalla will live on long after I am gone. Because it is not something that I created or made up. It's an idea of people standing together and saying, we're not going to take this bullshit. Thank you, Daryl, so very much. Pat says, Loki, we loved, he loved Tom, Nick Weiser, you, Mark, and guesting on other shows. How do I know this? Because he did it for years. He would have said no. He said no nicely when he needed to. And he wouldn't have sat there and talked about how much fun he was having over there. Oh, I love this. I love getting to go over there and do this. God help me. The fact that we even have to have this conversation is so fucked up. But I refuse to sit here and let someone drag his ass through the mud and dirt and shit because they want to feel important and they want to feel like they're in control of something. Because that's exactly what it is. It's your need to be in control of something and hold on to it and say, this is mine, when it's not yours. I and my bow stand guard. Sagadorp 9, thank you, my friend. Thank you, brother. I know how you all feel. I know, I know. And you tell me that. And that's how I know. And I don't speak for you. You speak for yourselves. It's not about my voice and you all going, oh. It's about our voices combined that say, we aren't going to take this shit anymore. We're not going to take this shit. And we're not going to take being labeled. And we're not going to take having fingers pointed at us. Next thing, Iron Man. There's a reason why I called Mike and told him, dude, this is what I want. Eris is standing here. This is what I want. This is what I want you to do. You decide. Keep the channel up. Keep the channel going. Take the channel down. Whatever it is you guys decide to do, I am good with. But y'all decide what you want to do. If you want to find a way, some way to keep the show going, by all means, do that. I will be happy with that. If you guys want to leave it up as an archive of what I did for years, that's fine with me. Do that. I won't be mad that you don't do anything. If you want to close it down and go, you know what, it's just too hard to deal with having it up, then do that. I understand. But y'all decide. I won't be here to decide. It's your decision.
God, I want to punch an old woman in the face.
Yes. The fact, and I keep saying this, the simple fact that I have to have this conversation, that is what is screwed up. That is what is messed up. I should not. But we live in this fucking psycho YouTube bullshit where either it's, I'm being attacked, I'm being surrounded by evil people while I stream, I miss, oh no, how unfair, blah, blah, blah. Or some other stupid bullshit. I'm with Josh Askell. Thank you, Chris Persian, with $2 Canadian Super Chat. People at each other's throats over comics. And it just over time. I keep saying I thought I'd seen everything. When the EBS Eric July shit, I was like, man, I thought I'd seen everything. Now look at all this. Same with the Yellow Flash shit. I thought I'd seen everything. I thought I'd experienced it all. I'd seen all the YouTube drama you could possibly have. When you get a phone call and your buddy's like, dude, I just talked to this chick, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I know her. I've been on a couple of streams with her. Yeah, she says as soon as she gets to the meetup, she's going to ride you until your legs stop working. Well, she knows I'm with somebody. Yeah, no, that ain't happening. I thought I'd heard it all. I had a stalker that called me Kurt. Had a dollhouse living room set up with multiple versions of me in the living room and one female, which was supposed to be her, who's sitting there listening to all the Lokis talk to her. And that I'm Kurt. I'm the one called Kurt. Na 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 na. I thought I'd seen it all. And then I saw a woman picking at a dead guy's body. It's his kid's shit. I'm not going to say it again. I should never have to talk about this again. I should never have to bring this up again. I should never have to go over this again. Yeah, this is why the Kurt thing. For those of you that have been like, what's this Kurt lives shit? What's this hashtag blame Kurt? What's this blah, 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 blah? Yes, I had a stalker that thought my name was Kurt and surrounded herself with different versions of me in a dollhouse living room thing. And I felt the misery vibes. Yes. Mexican Iron Man who's fucking 45 months. Here I am like, oh, it's got to be like 39 or something. 45 months since day one. Since day freaking one. 3 more months. 3 more months, dude. Will be 4 years since the memberships and all this shit started. Loki is being a silly face. He thinks because he did 1 or 2 tours of YouTube drama Vietnam that he's seen it all. LOL. Yeah, well, Mim has been in the YouTube drama Special Forces Delta SEAL Team Taco Rangers, and I have seen it all. So Mike, every once in a while, Mike will call me up and say, YouTube drama, blah, 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 crisis hotline, mental health department. And I say, no. And he goes, but yeah, well, we got it. And I said, no. And he's like, what? And I'm like, I'm retired. Yeah, but no. Because I don't want to know. I understand this shit happens. I understand. Well, what about this time? What about this? No, I needed to know this. Someone needed to speak the fuck up and say, no, lady, you don't get to do this. Well, why did you self-appoint? I didn't self-appoint me shit. I didn't appoint myself to do shit. You threw this out there when you threw that damn memorandum about who he was, who he didn't like, what he didn't like, and blah, 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 thinking you could freaking speak for him and say, I am in charge of all of this. No, you're not. No, his kids are. His kids inherited everything. It's that simple. Mike knows I don't want to be in the drama. I got a call from a guy the other day that was like, hey, would you want to collaborate on this project and yada, yada, yada. I'm going to add you to this team. And I said, the first thing out of my mouth was, is there any drama or BS that goes on? And he said, well, no. He said, this is where we go to talk about, what we're going to do in the future and how we're going to plan it out and what we're in the middle of trying to do. And I said, okay, as long as there's not any drama, add me to whatever you want. And he said, have you had problems in the past? And I said, hell yeah, I have. There's been so many DM groups I've left because I'm like, I don't want to hear your bullshit and your drama. Oh, well, don't you want to come back? No, I don't want to come back because I don't want to hear the bullshit and the drama. I don't want that in my life. The story I'm writing has a character loosely based on Loki. I may or may not have named him Kurt. That's fine. Does this mean I'm mad about the person who brought me this information about my friend, my brother? No, I'm not. I'm not mad at them at all. I'm happy they told me. Because this is the kind of shit where it's like, yeah, no. Now, if they were to call me and be like, oh my God, did you hear what this person said about this person? I'd be like, good. And I have done that to people before. Oh my God, did you hear about the latest? Click. I'm busy. I have better things to do. This is a completely different story. And obviously I'm hot. I couldn't even do the morning. I couldn't, good morning. No. I just sat there looking at the screen going, I'm so fucking pissed. And I left. You know what I was just talking about? I was just talking about this yesterday. Because I asked Eris, I was like, how long has it been since you really ranted about anything? And she was like, I don't know. I can't think of anything like me neither. What do you mean? You get all, I was like, no, I don't. It's like just, all that super anger, pissy, blah, blah, blah. I'm holy shit. I'm living a better life. I'm not involved in the drama. I don't have someone crying in my ear every 5 seconds saying, why was I included in this? I can just do. I can be me, and I don't have to worry about that shit. Don't have to worry about that shit. I am content and I am happy. And then someone has to come along and knock over my fucking sandcastle and be like, yeah. And if you don't think I can look up and breathe fire and torch your fucking ass, think again. It's still there. I still have the ability to do it. I just choose not to because normally I'm in a good mood. Can you blame me? Normally I'm in a good mood and I'm enjoying myself. I'm not raging. I'm not pissy. I don't watch Star Wars. It's one of the reasons why I don't watch Star Wars, because I don't want to get all, oh my God, did you see the latest episode of blah, blah, blah? Have you seen what they did with a girl cut her hair and blah, 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 blah? I don't care about fucking any of that stupid bullshit. You know what? You know what? You know what? There are people I love and there are people I respect, but you know what? Some people are fucking reeing over the stupidest shit. And I'm just like, no, I'm not. Why? Because we've already been through all this before. It's a cycle of, look at us, we're talking shit about this. And I'm just like, you know what? You know what? I'm just, nah. There's always games. There's always games. So I got about 10 minutes of footage. I'm gonna get some more because I like saved in stage 3 or 4. But I'm doing a recording of Ninja Gaiden on NES, the original Ninja Gaiden. And I'm having a blast. Doing it. I've still got the like boom, bounce, wall bounce. I'm doing well. Out of 3 entire stages, I only died once. And I've already gotten an extra life to refill that lost life. So I'm doing pretty good. The cutscenes are amazing. This is the NES cutscenes. These are just Nintendo cutscenes. And they are beautifully crafted. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. I love the way the face looks and the ninja mask and the eyes when it's like, I love that shit. They were geniuses with what they could do back then because they had a very limited budget. But that's going to go over to that gaming place. So you're going to be able to see that review for the original Ninja Gaiden, my retro review of Ninja Gaiden, because I love shit like that. I love shit like that. Pop Cotton, I don't want to see. This is why I want to do the retro cool shit. I don't want to whine about anything. I just want to be like, dude, this was a badass game. If you've never played it, it's worth playing. I want to cover the retro stuff, and I want to cover any remakes or whatever's they're coming out with. That way we can point out this is good or this is bullshit because they did it better back in 1999 or whatever. So it's going to be almost all retros and remasters and remakes for me. That's what I'm going to focus on. That is my focus. That is what I want to look at. YouTube drama is just an extension of real life drama. Unfortunately, just when you think it's all over, something else pops up. You can't see it all. You can't avoid it all. We can only control ourselves. We can. And people certainly don't need to be speaking for people that aren't here anymore. God help us. Unless it is something positive to make someone feel good. Why do we do that? Because that is what we do. You know what? Even if they said, Loki, this person did this and I can't stand it, I would never fucking tell them that. I'd never, ever tell him that. Because all it does is disperse his fucking memory. And he can't say anything about why he said that or give context to what he said. I would never, ever put those words in his mouth. Oh, well, he didn't like this. Oh, well, he didn't like you. Oh, well, he didn't like... No, we don't do that. We don't do that. Clobby loved everybody. Clobby loved doing this. Clobby, even if he didn't. But why? Because you don't screw with his memory in people's heads. Let them grieve. Stop acting like you own anything his. MB Geek, our Star Trek, Star Wars, Doctor Who, Lord of the Rings. Our memories will last for our lifetimes. I think that's what you're saying. What they are doing now will be consumed and trashed. They will never have what we had. They will never understand like us. It's their choice. It's their choice. And that's fine if they want to make that choice. It's up to them. Thank you, MB Geek, for your $10 super chat, brother. I've got a couple here. Hold on just 1 second. We've got MB Geek's $10 super chat. We've got Mexican Iron Man's member chat for 45 months. Holy smolies. We've got Chris Persia's $2 Canadian super chat. We already got everybody else's. Hold on. No. Whoa, I missed one. I am so sorry. Release the Quacken. Project Cambrian says release the Quacken. I think I got everybody else. Yes, I got everybody else. Okay, guys, MB Geek, Mexican Iron Man, Chris Persia, The Wrench of Wrenches, Project Storytime, I did already. Thank you guys so very much. This one is just for you. Skull!
You're a very funny man, senor.
Now the ultimate question. Do I feel better? I got it out. I said something. But Loki, you could have started blah, blah, blah and all this crap and da-da-da-da-da. You know what? I'm tired. I'm tired of tippy-toeing around this. I'm tired of BS. I'm tired of this. I can say whatever I want to when someone's passed away and nobody's going to call me on my shit. So I said something. Sue me. Hate me. Despise me. I don't care. But he wasn't yours. That beautiful light that was Clobby belonged to everybody. Even people that didn't like him. Especially his family, above all. Didn't belong to you. The decisions don't belong to you. They belong to his family. End of. Period. Maybe I shouldn't have. Maybe I shouldn't have. I don't know. I was just so I was so freaking hot last night and ready to just thank you, Cycle to Work 9. Thank you, brother. Someone's got to stand up for someone that's not here to stand up for themselves. Maybe that's why I felt the way I did. Because someone's got to stand up for the guy that we loved. Not drag his fucking name through the mud. Fucking bullshit. Not drag his name through the mud and besmirch his memory. Mags, I love you, Mags. I love you. I love so many of you guys. I absolutely hate that all this is wrapped in the shitty YouTube bubble of crap from people that have no idea what they're saying, what they're doing, and who they affect, because they just don't care. It's all about them. It's all about them. And there are a lot of you, a lot more than they think, that don't feel that way, that know how to act like actual human beings. So for Mags, for Mike, for Punkwaddle, for Snowdub, for Arwen, for Mark D with a C, Project Storytime, Soul Assassin, all you guys out there that know to actually act like real human beings, Adega, and no, I didn't say your name. I didn't, because I'm people figure it out on their own. If you really want to know, it's not that hard to figure out. There are a lot of people out there that are real human beings, that know how to act like real human beings. And for all of you out there that do, I love you guys. Loki does not love Mexican Iron Man, because if he did, he would get more subs so I can be a big time YouTuber. See, he admits it. He wants to be a YouTuber. Okay, well, he could at least take over running the YouTube Mental Drama Health Emotional Center for supportive. Nope. Sorry, Mikey. Not gonna happen. This was enough to last the rest of this year. This one thing was enough to last the rest of the year. So, guys, take care. Bill, TMNT, thank you for becoming a warrior of Bindigar. I welcome you to the Valhalla family. Even though you've already been here, brother. You're already a part of it. Because you have some damn common sense. Besides putting ketchup on pizza. I love you. Where is it? Skull! Glory is fleeting, except in Valhalla. Guys, take care. Be excellent to each other. Always speak friend to enter, and thank you. Thank you for listening today. Thank you for being here today. Thank you for being a part of all this craziness. Thank you for letting me vent. I'll see you guys tomorrow. No show with the day tonight. So I'll see you guys tomorrow morning on the Weekend Review, where we're going to be talking about House of the Dragon. Have a great Thursday, everybody. Gesture of sin with $5 Rumble Rant. When people pass, I don't give platitudes. I just give a hug and go back to taking the piss like I've always done. It's called being a wanker anchor. I stay the same so people can process what's changed. Glory to you and your house. Take care, guys.
These videos are tremendous. Like, comment, and subscribe, and hammer that notification bell.